Hello there, and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest. It's the weekend, and I hope you are well. If you have been with me for a while, welcome back. And if you are a new subby, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm feeling very, very grateful and blessed. And as always, this is a time where we can just have a little chat to each other, stitch along, or create whatever you want to do. But um, for me, it's about the sharing in this wonderful community that I feel so lucky to be a part of. Okay, so we are nearly at the end of February, which means it's time to update you on where February Favourite Pouch is up to. If you're new, this is a collaborative project where we're making a pouch a month based on the lyrics of a song whose title rhymes, well, matches the month. So we've had January Joy, and this is February Favourites. The next time you see this, she'll be completely finished, and I'll be sharing what she looks like before she flies to one of the members of my Facebook group, the KiN. And it's just something, as in this project, you choose whether your pouch stays with you, whether it's for fun or gifting at a later time, or to fly immediately to someone. So each of my pouches is flying away. So here she is. I won't go through all the details at this point because I'll leave that for the final share. It's always an emotional moment for me because I can, tell the story of all these little bits. So I've got some things pinned on and still quite a bit of work to do. I have got a few things to share, and I can't remember where I was up to last time, so I know you haven't seen these things. So you know how much I love oppie shopping, and now because there's not a lot in op shops, I'm expanding my looking quite deliberately into antique and vintage places. Well, not just in the last few days, but a while ago. Since I've been doing February Favourites, I came across this little, that's what it looked like. It's a tiny collection, it's my hair, of dolls' clothes. And look at that, that's a bib in blue. This one is in pink. You're probably thinking Kate's gone crazy. It's just these sorts of things that spark joy. And because I've always said to you, girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, I think I've had dresses and things on my mind. Look at that. Now, I was a girl that loved playing with dolls, and I was the maker of dolls' clothes, I think, from as early as I could. So I just love these. Nothing much to do with them, except I was thinking, would one of these pieces be a treasure that could go in favourite things? So there's 3 of those tiny bibs, and then just as I got it out, I hadn't realised that this is sort of a jacket made with beautiful fine cotton and laces, and look at that, just gorgeous. So that's my little bit of vintage joy to share with you. And if I just, it's too wide, but anyway, I've got some things hanging. Still got my beautiful violet because we're thinking amethyst because it's February, birthstone and flower, violet, and I had something else to show you. Okay. The other thing that I came across from Sobe, this is the lovely Beck at Sobe curated in Newcastle. I found this lovely old embroidery. Now, am I going to get this right? Are they violets or pansies? You know me, I don't know my flowers very well, but whichever they are, they're beautiful and they're a favourite thing. So let's get to stitchy work and tell you what I'm thinking. This is the inside of favourite things so far. Oh, I flipped that. I've got repeated this little bird motif. She's on the front there, and we've got this other larger one. Is that a swallow? Not sure. There. I've left this deliberately quite natural rather than neutral is what I call it. Beautiful antique lace, a little bit of cantha here. And I'm just thinking that maybe this flower here could be the link between here and our birdie. So that's what we're going to get on with right now. I need to do a shout out to the lovely Julie, who was worried because I hadn't posted for a couple of days, which is unusual for me. But I've had lots of things on, and I've had my husband's birthday, and my son has come home from overseas. And you might remember that was at the beginning of Feb or the end of Jan. I'm not sure. It was the end of Jan. I was a little, just a little bit, I don't know what it was, but I think it was a lot of things coming up and him going away at the same time. And now he's home to the nest, and lots of things happening at the same time, and many of them really joyful. So I'm going to stand up and see what that looks like. So I'm thinking that she might pop up like that. Yep. So there's a diagonal line up there, and she's growing out of this garden. Okay, so let's get stitching. I always like to think about what you're working on at this point. I could glue this. I'm enjoying using glue, but one pin will hold it. New habit is making a quilter's knot. I realise now why people put them over milliner's needles. It would be easier rather than this big eye, but I just use the one needle for everything, whether it's perlite thread or wool. So it's going to go up under there. You mightn't see it. So not particularly exciting stitching, just to get this in place basically, and then we might add some more joy. As I'm stitching, you might notice that I've this was that round doily, then I've put over the top this beautiful flannelette Suffolk puff. That's a little Japanese lady with some tiny blossoms, and I do love, because this is about favorite things. I do love, I haven't ever been to Japan, but I love hearing about it and watching people who've been, and my little collections of things are growing. So at this point, I'm going to go smaller with my stitches, change to like a running stitch. This is my favorite part of a make. Foundation is done, key pieces are in. This is what I call the embellishing. I'm not the only one who calls it that, but it is wonderful where you put, like getting dressed, the accessories on that make it really shine. And probably in my maximist, is that a word? I'm trying to think of not minimal. This is where I get to go layer upon layer. So I want to add a little bit of colour on here, but I don't want it to be too much to take away from that. So that's why I've chosen this very neutral cotton to do my running stitch in. Just go around this little bit here. So nice to be stitching again. Well, I stitch a lot, but it's luxury. And the sun is shining here today. My husband's gone to swim his laps in the pool. And actually, I just realised the lawnmowers are silent on a Saturday afternoon. That's unusual. There we go. So just while I'm here, I have blanket stitch joining that part that's like the lining of the pouch, and I've used the edge of a trade cloth, and often I break it up, but because this is a pocket, have different styles of binding, would you call that? But in this one, because I've got this little pocket in here, there she is, I wanted to sort of feature it here and then tuck it in there, so the eye is intrigued to go, oh, what's behind there? So that's that. Now, well, we have a little audition. I've got some of this beautiful dusty pink fringe, because I haven't got much fringe. I've got this little dangle out here, but she actually probably is too long, so let's just do a trim there. And somewhere, as a favorite thing, yeah, maybe, so that's an idea. I'm not covering up any embroidery there, unless I put it. Let's just have that as an idea. Over here, I've got a few little spots. I tucked this piece here. Now, this would truly become a treasure if I put something like this on it. I don't mind that there. I'd like to enclose a flower. There's an idea. Or a pearl. It's a very unusual shape, isn't it? It might be too far. But this is the fun that we can have. I love those pieces. I want to keep it whole. Oh, could it be? Could it hold the button that's going to close it? It's like a hero piece. Look at that little button. I don't know. You might have to wait to next week. So I better talk to you about that. During the week, I will reveal the final and do the draw for who gets February favourites. I'm trying too hard, aren't I? I'll just stop then. Let's get back to stitching. I've got this beautiful doily here. So this is the large one, and I've got a middle-sized one too. So I have many, many of these pansies that I was thinking, I think it's the smaller size I want to go in here. So I don't obscure that, or maybe it's over actually. Why don't we put one over the button? Yep. So this garden, yep. Okay, we're going to finish that garden. All right. See, you have to let yourself play, as I know we all do. Look at all that beautiful variety. So I don't think it can quite go in the middle. But what if we splay that round like that? Yep. Or even round like that. I think we'll go there. See, I've got a little bit more of this. I'll just go into the center. Oh, I forgot to knot. Be okay. So I've seen quite a number of finished February favorites on Facebook and some on Instagram now, so keep sharing. I love that. And I mean, if this didn't sit right, it could always be harvested and put somewhere else. But I'm liking where she is right now. Yeah. All these surprises, you see, because this, what was the other one? Oh, it didn't have a zipper. It was just like this, trifold. I'm going to try and make my pouches all different in size and structure. I've probably told you that before. I also had that bit of beautiful velvet, and I've got something else somewhere that reminded me of the curtains. In The Sound of Music, but I haven't put that on yet. I'm wearing one of my favourite of all time rings. This was made by Kristen at Christmas time for all of us. And I told her I'm going to need more of these because I don't, let's do the knot. I don't want this one ever to wear out. And I don't think it's even had a pin in it yet. I just wear it as jewellery. Oh, see, there's Kate's wonky knot. I'm getting better though. Oops. So I'll just go up under something in here. I think I did that without you, just using some variegated wool and going just round and round. I like that detail. Got a little bit of blanket showing over there that I'm looking at and dreaming about as I stitch. I saw a beautiful pouch where someone, I'm sorry, I should have checked before, it's just jumped into my head, that started with silver white winters that melt into spring. So I'm thinking if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you might be dreaming of that. That spring is coming. Let's get around the side here. We'll tuck that over the top so we've got a raw edge. Into mystery land up there. Anything could be happening because I can't see where I'm stitching. Oops. Nearly got it all down. Take that pin out of the way. I feel like doing something that blends it and is a bit different, so let's do, how do I do them though? I'm trying to do some big wonky cross stitches in blue. That's what I'm setting out to do. And we will see what that, well, that one's tiny and pull too tight. Now let's go here, down, across here, and up here, and then so funny, I'm just thinking, look how much thought I'm putting into a cross. And I think it's because when I get to these points on the pouches and realize that they're going to someone else, I sort of start to go, oh my gosh, is it good enough? And what else can I do to make it special for them? So it truly is like a gift, you know, when you get that feeling. Oh. Yeah. And let's finish off with a French knot there, just because I've got, this isn't very easy to stitch. Oh. I am starting to realize why a millnet and whatever that needle without a big end would make it easier, but actually now I'm only through one layer. And yep, let's not take the easy way out. Let's thread the needle. And do number 3, 1, 2, big one. Oh. Oh gosh. It's a superhuman battle. What am I doing? Oh. There we are. All for that one knot, but it was worth it. Okay, that's going off there. This bird's got a little beak, but it's hard to see, and I noticed these blue ones have a little black beak, so I'm thinking about that. In terms of closures, I'm having some thoughts, but the end reveal will show you what I actually decide. I've got a little bit of blanket there, then I'm thinking, you know, a brooch is a treasure, might go there, or a special button. And because, have I said this already? I am thinking of tying this one up with, you know, maybe this style. I needed to look so that I could, oh, hello. This, I haven't, oh, and I haven't done that for a while either. Okay, it's always good to look at your work. A button, and then oh, look, and there's Virginia's bauble. So I'm not sure, but it will have some sort of closure, I think. Other things I had. Nope. I was thinking about the seed cloth. This was a little bit of, nope, stripy. Let's go through if she needs anything in particular. So we've got the, oh, I know. That's right, I was thinking, but that maybe that has to be a button. Or maybe I should have put some stuffing behind there. Oh, that's right, I'm going to enhance that a little bit. Does the birdie need a little bit of blue? I'm thinking yes. And this is where I'm learning that I have to have a better nest and storage system, because you can never throw any of these pieces away, can we? Because we use them all. Get the curve of the bird. Maybe like that. I put that on. I'm going to play with fringe, maybe another trim over the top. So let's just go through. Thrift. All of the pieces have been thrifted. Base piece there. Thrifted or gifted is really what I'm about. I can see the gifts I've received. So thrift is fine. Trim. I've used trim off doilies and lace itself. I'm thinking I might stitch another row under there. I was trying out something before. Maybe the yellow's not right, but maybe a little bit more texture. It's very blue, but I think I said I'd use that. So trim and then a treasure or trinket. So that will come in the form. Excuse me, I'm going to start coughing now. Oh, just spiked myself. Oh, January Joy had a Miffy from my mum. Maybe Miffy. Some tiny little crochet flowers that could go. Look, it's time for me just to play. So I'm hoping you've got the idea. It won't have this fluoro on, but a treasure or a trinket is where we're up to. So just to clarify, because sometimes I just get wildly off at a tangent, this favorite thing pouch for February is about to fly. It's Saturday today, so indeed I will announce who she's flying to on the 1st of March, and I will do the random selection through the Facebook group ahead of that, so that I can reach out to check that the person who's selected would actually like her, because I want these pouches always to go to a nest where they will bring even more joy than she has to me in the creation process. Okay, I'm getting emotional. So be watching out. Next week, I'll do one before I announce the winner, and she'll be totally revealed. And we'll get going on March then. Oh my goodness, up to the 3rd one already. Thank you as ever for spending your precious time with me. I so appreciate it. Happy stitching, making, and take care until next time. This is Kate in the Nest. Bye.